Hi guys, it's me from Succulents Box. Today, let's talk about succulent arrangements and how to repot these fantastic plants. Repotting can be a bit challenging, but with preparation, patience, and the right techniques, you can do it. When it comes to repotting your succulents, timing is key. Ideally, do it just before or during their growing season, typically in spring or summer. This gives your succulents time to recover from transplant shock and root system damage. If your succulent arrangement has lost its original design and no longer looks as aesthetically pleasing, it's time for a makeover. The second reason is when your plants have outgrown the original pot. When you notice roots poking out of drainage holes or your plants are too tightly packed, it's a sign they've outgrown their current home. This can lead to soil drying out too quickly and your succulents struggling to absorb water. The next reason is when your succulents become leggy and unhealthy looking, which may indicate depleted soil and a need for more nutrients. Repotting can provide them with fresh soil and more room to flourish. The last reason is when you want to have a new design. Succulent arrangements are like living art, and sometimes you simply want to change things up to refresh your decor. Let's get ready for a successful succulent repotting adventure. Here's your checklist. You'll need a new pot, and its size depends on why you're repotting. Rule of thumb: at least one size or about 10% larger than the old pot. For arrangements, pick a pot with more space and drainage holes. Materials like concrete, terracotta, or ceramic work best. You need a well-draining potting mix. You can go for a commercial succulent and cactus potting mix or craft your own blend. Mix coarse sand, perlite, volcanic rock, and fine gravel with regular houseplant soil, or try a soilless mix using perlite, fine gravel, and coconut coir for top-notch aeration and drainage. Next, you need an arrangement design. If you're changing up your succulent arrangement, plan it out in advance. Finally, you need gardening tools. Gather your essential tools: a trowel or small shovel, a mister for watering, and a tray to hold your succulents. Make sure you have these tools ready before you start your repotting mission. The first step is to water plants before repotting. It is very important that you water your succulents a couple of days before repotting. It's not recommended to water right after repotting, so your plants need to soak up all the water they need before that. Watering also makes the soil softer and easier to remove the roots. The second step is to remove your succulents from the pot. This can be tricky, especially if their roots are all tangled up. Begin by tilting the plants to the side, giving them a gentle shake, and carefully lifting them out. Be mindful not to damage the roots. Place all your succulents on a tray, handling them delicately to avoid breaking stems or leaves. The third step is to inspect the roots before planting. Check for signs of root rot, untangle any knots, and trim away dead parts. Rinse off old soil if needed. Don't worry if you have to cut some roots. Succulents can recover. Don't forget to let them callus before repotting. The fourth step is planting your succulents according to your design. If you're reusing the same container, give it a good wash before refilling it with soil. Here's an important tip. If your succulent roots are in good shape, a light misting to slightly moisten the soil can be helpful. But if you've got any broken or damaged roots, it's best to keep the soil dry, making sure to leave about an inch or two of space between each plant. This way, they'll have some room to spread their leafy wings. The last step is to care for your succulents after repotting. Wait a week before watering to let the roots settle. Start with a light misting, then water thoroughly after 1 to 2 months. Avoid fertilizing early on. You'd better wait about a month or two before giving your plants any fertilizer. It's also very important to provide bright, indirect light and rotate the plants for even growth. Don't forget to keep them in a stable environment of around 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit and a medium humidity level of around 40 degrees humidity. Avoid drafts, heat sources, and extreme direct sunlight. That's it for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and consider subscribing for more content. If you've got any questions or recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. Happy gardening!
For more, you can find us at succulentsbox.com or on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.